On April 27th, 2025, I dropped a video on how LiL DURK could be getting released after new documents debunk evidence posted by fans. And the very next day, the feds clapped back. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, I brought the clap back because in the last video, y'all got on my ass in the comments. So I brought it back for y'all. Matter of fact, we'll do it again. What's up, everybody? It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on the feds clapping back at
Shout out to everybody tuning back in, man. We got 1090 Jake, man. Gonna be giving some info on LiL DURK and his case he facing. So let's jump off into the video, y'all. Without further ado, appreciate y'all for joining back. Hit that like button.
At me, DURK, his legal team, because I dropped the video and the very next day, they shot back with a list of reasons not to release LiL DURK. On April 28th, 2025, the federal government would file its opposition to DURK being reconsidered for bond. The feds would start strongly saying DURK is charged with directing 6 hitmen to travel across the country to hunt and kill Quando Rondo. DURK allegedly orchestrated and financed a brazen murder plot that ended with shooters ambushing Quando at a gas station in broad daylight, killing his cousin Lil Pab. Immediately after learning his hitmen were arrested, the feds would allege DURK attempted to flee the country. In the early hours of October 24th, 2024, federal and local law enforcement executed multiple search warrants on OTF members throughout Chicago, arresting the hit squad. Soon after, the FBI learned DURK had been booked on 3 international flights, including one to a non-extradition country, meaning if he made it there, the feds wouldn't be able to get him back. DURK would skip the first 2 flights and was arrested when he showed up to board a private jet scheduled to leave the US. Once in custody, DURK was considered a flight risk and danger to the community. To prove such danger, they reiterated he sent the hit squad across the country to hunt and kill a rapper. They also submitted evidence that this was not his first murder for hire plot. DURK allegedly offered money for any gangster disciple to be killed after his brother D-Thang was killed in a club. The courts agreed DURK was dangerous, using money, influence, and power to take out his enemies. Now, DURK team would prove DURK's lyrics were written 7 months prior to the murder of Lil Pab. DURK saying look on the news and see your son screaming no, no makes more sense that he was talking about someone's mom hypothetically watching the news of their son's death and screaming no. Because who the fuck could have predicted 7 months into the future that Quando Rondo would be screaming no on the news? But the feds shot back, saying it doesn't matter if fan-made video edits made things look a certain way or if the timing of the lyrics didn't add up. They are literally still trying to use his lyrics against him just because it's talking about murder, even if it isn't this murder. The feds would also point out DURK offered the same amount of money as last time for bond and it was rejected. And DURK's legal team didn't even try to prove he wasn't a danger to the community and didn't try to flee. The feds would state DURK wasn't arrested because of fan-made videos. He was arrested because he is alleged to be the leader of a violent organization, orchestrated and funded an execution-style murder with machine guns, and tried to flee the country. DURK named himself The Voice, and the feds allege he's used that voice to speak on violence as he rapped about paying for murders, hunting his ops with switches, bounty hunters in Beverly Hills, and other lyrics that can all somewhat be related to the murder of Lil Pab. The feds would also highlight a song DURK had with Gucci Mane titled Rumors, in which DURK said, I don't want the you catch, I want the one I paid for. So again, the feds are desperately attempting to use lyrics to fit their narrative. The feds are saying if the lyrics aren't true, it doesn't matter because Durk is dangerous. But then they try to show more lyrics after saying the other lyrics don't matter. The feds would end their summary stating it isn't about how Durk made his money, but about how he chose to spend it and wield his power in 2022 on death and violence. And keep in mind, everything spoke on in this video isn't in regards to beating the case. It's for Durk to be granted a bond in which he'll be placed on house arrest. Durk would be handing over a substantial amount of money while being placed on a GPS monitor, eliminating the possibility of him fleeing the country. The chances of him having the ability to commit more crime under strict supervision is close to none. So what would appear if he was released, he not only wouldn't be a flight risk, he wouldn't be dangerous. But we'll just have to wait and see what the courts decide. Now this is interesting. I don't know if it was just timing or the feds literally responded to the video I made like, nah, 1090 Jake, he sounds too good. It's making sense. We should let Durk out. We need to drop a new motion as to why we shouldn't. I don't know, because to me it was like, yeah, if you're trying to keep him in custody because of a fan-made video and you found out the lyrics actually didn't have to do with the murder and it was written 7 months prior, none of that should be used against them. Makes sense. So now they're trying to double down and say Durk is a danger to the community because he will send hitters to your state to get you killed. And then not only that, Durk will apparently make songs about it after he gets you killed. And then not only that, when his killers get arrested, he'll jump on a flight and go to a country that he can't legally be brought back from. Well, here's the thing. You locked up the hit squad, so he can't send another hit, right? You're getting a shitload of his money if he gets out on bond, so the money ain't gonna be there. He's under the strictest supervision because it's the fucking feds. And if he's on a GPS, he can't fly anywhere. His passport's not going to be active. So literally, the danger to the community and the flight risk is gone if he's released. So why not release him? This is where the feds fucked up, in my opinion, right? They're saying that even if the lyrics were written 7 months prior, it still relates to murder, and it could be another murder, and we think Durk sent all these murders, right? The lyrics don't matter, they don't matter. So why are you trying to go dig up a song with Gucci Mane as another example of, look, he's talking about paying for a murder? It's all fucking hypothetical, right? If you break down the lyrics from the other song, you looking on the news and see your son, you screaming no. That sounds like a mom looking on the news and seeing her son and screaming no. You know what I mean? Like, this is normal drill shit. This is shit that's talked about in drill music. Death, make your mama cry, whatever. No one could have predicted Quando Rondo's reaction to seeing somebody die. Nobody could have predicted he screamed no. So the fact that the feds are desperately trying to find any lyrics they can that fit the narrative, and then when it's proven that it has nothing to do with it, say that, well, these lyrics don't matter because we have these lyrics. Again, it's becoming using lyrics against the rapper. Hopefully 99% of what's talked about in drill music is hypothetical, and then you got the crash outs that actually talk about real shit, right? I don't think that every single thing Durk has talked about or rapped about is factual, right? Because if we look at every single song and every time he mentions something and you count that into bodies, what, Durk eliminated fucking 200 people in the last 10 years through his music? Like, we're not gonna go for that, bro. I don't think a jury's gonna go for that. I don't think that's gonna work. At the end of the day, Durk has a wild case. When the federal government says you sent a hit squad to execute someone in broad daylight with machine guns, and then you tried to flee the country, nobody's going to feel confident in that case. That's some wild Al Capone type fucking Scarface shit right there, right? That's fucked. But again, everything we spoke on in this video isn't about beating the case. It's about being released on bond. So let me know y'all's thoughts in the comment section. You've heard his defense. You've heard what the feds are saying. Do y'all think he will get bond? On what grounds do you think he should be kept? On what grounds do you think he should be released? Hit that comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking with me. Until next time.